Hi everybody again, this is part 2 then of your Edmodo and RSS series. So in the previous video we looked at how to import an RSS feed into your Edmodo page, and as you can see a few minutes later, actually about a half an hour later, the feeds from both my personal website and also then CNN.com that we set up in the previous example are now filtering into the group page. And as you scroll through there, you can see that you get the link straight to the article, and then you also get the quick headline that the feed is parsing into your classroom page. So you can see how a feed is now imported into the classroom page and how that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that feed from my classroom page just by hitting unsubscribe to both of those, because I wanted to stop posting to that page for my students to flip out on me. So wondering why I'm posting all these random articles from CNN. But at any rate, what I want to do is look at how to take the feed from your classroom page here on Edmodo and how to send that to another location, whether it be your personal web page or a blog, or even something you're using to notify parents like a community page on Facebook. So we'll look at some of those options. So with each of the classrooms that you create, uh, you can import feeds, but you can also push your feed or publish your feed from your class out to the world if you so desired. If you hover over that classroom page, any one of the groups that you have created, you can go back to feeds, and that's where you would import things, or you can go to public. And your public version or your public page is what is essentially the page where you would find your um, find your RSS link. Now, a couple of notes here. If I go back to my existing page for my computer class, and you scroll down to the posts that you've made, one of the options that you see here is public. And by default, public is not checked or is not activated. And that's done for security reasons, to keep your group private with your particular class. But if for some reason you wanted to publish your class feed, you would need to make any of those posts that you want to share public. So as you write a post or an assignment or a file, and that post comes into your classroom list here, you can just click public, and then that option would be enabled for you to share it with the world. So then if I slide over to my group, go down to public again, this time Edmodo will give me the feed, and so here's just a list of the items I've checked off that are public for that classroom page. You have permalinks for these items if you wanted to link directly to that. But at the top, you'll notice that Edmodo now makes use of this little guy up here called subscribe. And similar to what happened on CNN in the first version, what this will do now by clicking subscribe is parse that feed into a usable RSS feed that you can then copy and put somewhere else. So let's look at 2 or 3 different options here. The first option will be something like a PBWorks. If you have a PBWorks wiki account that you're using, what you might be able to do is insert some HTML gadgets like an RSS feed, drop the feed URL right here, show the title, and open links in new window, whatever you want to do there, and then click next, and it would preview the feed for you. And you can see there's my feed right from my Edmodo page, and you can click insert and then save. And when you look at that feed from your home page, you'll see not only the feed, but then also any of the titles of any of the items that were there. So that's a real simple way in PBWorks. The second way to do it would be in something like WordPress. If you have, for example, our trending education site is a WordPress blog, WordPress driven blog. And what I did was set up a WordPress RSS widget over here on the side that picks up that same feed from my Edmodo public stream. So to do that, all you would need to do in your WordPress blog is go to the dashboard, and one of the default widgets that you have is RSS. And all you would need to do is drag that to your sidebar, drop in the feed URL right here of your group, give that a title, and then display content, author, date as needed, how many items, and then click save. And what that would automatically do is then float that feed over to your widget or to your sidebar or to wherever you drop that widget.